Hello and welcome to the show. We started this week's FailRace episode with Trixer 7 on GTA 5 and an LG that tries and quite epically fails to take out the player's car. Yep, that's straight over the barrier for you. Gnome Theft Gaming on GTA 5 is minding his own business, driving to a destination when all of a sudden, and for seemingly no reason, a truck of some sort, I think it might be a cavalcade, something just gets lobbed at the player. I can't even see where it comes from, it's just straight at the camera. It's a very, very good hit on the camera, I will say that much. Bionic Derp, also with the sudden appearing vehicles. This on Red Faction Gorilla is busy running around a half-destroyed building, minding his own business when sudden truck to the face. You never want sudden truck to the face. Quick way to have a bad day. Stinty Boy 500 on Forza Motorsport 7 runs in a little bit too deep at Bathurst. A Maserati does a similar thing, and the Audi is wedged in the barrier. Lamborghini also ending up in the tyre bundle, but that's a very stuck Audi. It hasn't pinged to space, it hasn't rolled over, it has just been fully buried in the tyre bundle. There's not very much you can do with this. Unlike on Horizon Games, we can reset the car if it gets stuck somewhere. This is just, which I think it does eventually wiggle its way out. A Regal 7 on Forza Horizon 3 is driving in a convoy. Now, I've had many clips submitted around this area with a player car running a smidge wide and doing a barrel roll or two off of the banking, a fairly common thing. I was fully expecting this to be one of those, especially, you know, in these very, very quick vehicles. It wasn't! Nope, it was the AI that wanted to get in on the act. That is a huge crash. That is a tremendous crash for an AI vehicle right there. To the Bratmobile on Project Cars 2 is racing with the Clio Cup car. I'm not sure if we're on board with a player car here or whether we're on board with an AI. Either way, everything is going fairly normal. Everything is fine. All of a sudden, an AI car carries a bit too much speed and everything is not fine. Nope, we're just going to wibble and bounce our way off of the screen. It's a lot of speed. It's a lot of speed in a silly accident. 4-bit player on Project Cars 2. This is at Monza, heading down towards Parabolica. Well, the Corvette's not anymore. The Corvette's heading off towards space. For no real reason. There's not a car around. There's nothing in sight. It spins, twists, rolls, and actually comes back down, landing on its wheels. It has some damage from the crash. Will carry back on again. No idea. Absolutely no idea what caused that one to go to space. Pigeon Ninja on F1 2017, racing the classic cars. Gets a ram from an AI vehicle. Looks like the McLaren is going to have a tremendous accident. Just about gets away. Does actually a really good job of getting that one back under control. So you can see the player goes out to the inside. The McLaren gives him a nudge. It's through the braking boards, somehow managing to get that one all back under control. Yeah, that's a very, very near miss as the two cars get connected. It's a wiggle, just about slots back into place. I was just fully expecting a huge crash there, and it just didn't quite happen. Bull Pliskin on Midnight Club LA, racing through the streets of LA, as you would expect on this game. Gets things a little bit wrong up towards I think it's a lamppost, when it's a big flip for the car. It's kind of like almost a back, so it's going backwards as it tips up into the air. Massive crash for the Chevy. It's all sort of the initial bounce off of the traffic lights, I think that it is. It gets a little bit of airtime, just enough to spin the car, pings through the area, and then sudden flip, landing on its roof. Not such a good day for them. Night Scroll on Just Cause 3 is towing a car. We've all tried this at some point. They're quite difficult. They're quite difficult to tow because, of course, they don't really steer. You kind of got to, well, pull them around. This one, though, more difficult when it goes to, well, kind of orbit. The camera gets very confused as the car does many rolls. I have no idea how many, but it was a lot. It was a lot in all of that. Mustang Bugatti on Far Cry 5 is off exploring into the wilderness. Finds an enemy, manages to run said enemy over. Gets out of the vehicle, I guess, to try and find some loot or something. When, well, the enemy gets revenge on the truck. That's, well, that's one roll. That's two rolls. Are we going to go for another one? That's, well, almost. There we go. It's 2.5 rolls. I think that's how physics work. Certainly in a FailRace world, that's how physics work. But there we go. Mr. Lane on My Summer Car is playing around with some mods. I don't actually know if that bit's new or if that's a mod for it. It looks cool anyway. I might have to try and find it. Anyway, teleporting the Satsuma back to him. The game doesn't quite put the car where he expects it. Well, now the Satsuma is in considerably worse condition than it was previous. Bits and pieces have fallen out. The bigger problem is the van. Yeah, the van's on the roof. That's quite impressive. Well done. Well done for managing to get working on the roof. And finally, a Coles on Spin Tyres Mud Runner playing around with the little larder-style car and one of the very big trucks, trying to see what might happen if you grab the larder with the loader. The answer is a bit laggy and perhaps a little bit glitchy, but, yep, it can indeed be picked up. Okay, it does slightly float around. This, I suspect, more to do with sort of multiplayer, slight delays, etc. going on. But the game does actually allow the vehicle to be picked up. I was fully expecting that one to not work. And the funny thing is, the car's not actually taken any damage at all in all of this. It's just been it's been lofted up and carried along. They've actually got this engine started in the car while it is. I mean, this is one way to transport a vehicle. A little bit scary, I will be honest. It kind of floats and hovers a little bit on the unsafe side. I'm gonna go with unsafe side, and I'm amazed it continued to be held for as long. I mean, I can imagine picking up might just about work, but it was held for a decent distance before it does eventually fall down. Although when it does fall down, that breaks everything on the car. Still, pretty damn impressive going. That, though, is going to be it for this episode. If you have more clips that you would like to submit to this series, you can via our forums. There'll be a link in the description. At the very top of the forums is the FailRace clip submission section, and in there you can find all of the rules and how to submit them. But that is going to be it from me. Thank you very much for watching, and until next time, a goodbye.